Welcome to the show. My name is Alex and this is Tech Flow. Again, I'm loving doing this and I'm saying it every single episode. Very, very popular video. You guys have requested this. This is, well, the Zhiyun, I think I'm saying that right. Zhiyun, the Zhiyun Crane. Even though it's not a crane, it's a gimbal. But let's do this. So I've been using this a lot recently in my vlogs. If you want to see the vlog where I unboxed this thing when I was in Manchester, you can click up here. But essentially this is a high-end product with a not very high-end price tag for what it does. You're comparing this thing to what's called a Ronin M, and they run upwards of £1,000, whereas this, it's cheaper than that, almost half as cheap. We'll put links in the description. Pretty much what this thing does is you put your camera on it, and it takes out all of the vibrations, all of the live demonstration time. The best way for me to explain this is to hold this thing in my hand. So as you can see, I've got my Sony a7S Mark II with a 16 to 35mm lens. Now as you can see, this is a massive setup, very heavy. All you do is you hold the button on the side like this, give it a second, and it's gonna stabilize the camera. So as you can see, however much I move, the camera is gonna stay steady. And that is the most simple way to explain it to you guys. Now, I've been looking for a gimbal for quite some time for my camera. The whole point of them is to try and get a nice, steady shot. But as I've said, the Ronin M, which is the industry standard gimbal, or the Ronin if you have a bigger camera, they're upwards of £1,000. And for me, it's just a little bit too much. So this was a good compromise. It's smaller than the Ronin M, and it still works absolutely fine with my camera. Now, they say that the Crane, I'm gonna call it the gimbal, let's call it the gimbal. They say that the gimbal can support cameras with weights up to 1,800 grams. I'll read this word for word. This is what they say on the website. This is what baffles me the most because this thing is so small. It can support the Sony a7S II, a7S, a6300, Panasonic GH4, even the Canon 5D Mark III with a 16 to 35mm lens, or the 14 to 70mm lens. Now these are all big cameras. Yes, because it can support these big cameras, of course it can support smaller cameras as well. Now, it's not perfect. When you're walking forward, because of the weight of my camera and the lens is so big, it definitely doesn't do a 100% perfect job of stabilizing the image. There's been numerous times, pretty much every time I use this thing when I take it out for a session, I come back with a few shots where the camera is bobbing up and down and shaking because the motors just aren't strong enough to suffice that heavy lens. But it's a sacrifice you're willing to pay instead of going with the Ronin M, which is almost double the money. Now this gimbal is 3-axis stabilization, and all the motors are brushless. It comes in a really cool carrying case, which I wasn't expecting for the price range. It is a hard case. You could easily take this through customs with you on an aeroplane, absolutely fine. It's all padded on the inside, and in the case you obviously get the gimbal itself. You get a pair of batteries which come in a really nice little plastic case, and they also throw in a spare set of batteries, so you can have 2 batteries on charge all the time. Brilliant, instead of, you know, an added extra. Another thing that's really cool is the charger is included in the box and it's USB powered. That means if you want to shoot and you've got no power outlets, you can charge your batteries with, let's say, an external battery bank. Really good thinking. Now I've managed to get about 5 hours usage out of the batteries. It takes 2 batteries when it's running. And the batteries sit in the handle of the device, and then to turn this thing on, you press the button on the side, and then it also has a little joystick so you can physically pan the camera up and down if you want to get a static panning shot. Really cool stuff. Now it comes with 2 tripod screw heads to screw your camera into the device in case you lose one of them, because these things are detachable, very small, and they very easily will roll away, so it's great that they include 2 in case you lose one on set. And the thing that blows my mind the most is the 3 motors have 360 degrees rotation, so you can go around a full circle before they lock out. Really cool. And it has 2 follow modes. And the first one is, well, if you twist the handle, it will twist in the way that you twist the camera. And then the second one, which is called lock mode, it will actually keep the camera facing forward all of the time, so you can literally go like this, and the camera will still be facing forward. It also has cool features like Bluetooth. I have never used this before. This thing works out of the box. I have to say, I did try and update the firmware by plugging it into my Mac with a micro USB cable, and I didn't get anywhere. The software was absolutely rubbish, and so is the app. I've never used it. I've never connected to this thing via Bluetooth before. I haven't had to, but that's not the point. It works out the box absolutely fine in my personal opinion. Now here's the thing, right? If you want a gimbal to stabilize your shot, you either need one or you don't. You're either into cinematography and you want a steady shot, or you're not. And if you do, you're either going for a Ronin M or something third party like this. And I never wanted to get any of them because I thought I can't justify spending money on a Ronin M, and I can't justify spending money on a third-party Chinese product because it's probably not going to work. But I'm here, standing here right now, recommending this product to you guys. It does what it says in the tin. It does it 99% of the time very well. It has a good battery life, and it does what it says it's going to do. And I'm not being paid to say that. Honestly, they sent this out. They didn't even ask me to do a video on it, and I'm here doing a video on it, recommending it to you guys. I'll put a link to it in the description. So guys, I hope that has, well, again, as we like to do on Tech Flow, make a buying decision or adjust your buying decision in some way. If you have any questions about this gimbal, please let me know in the comment section down below, or on Twitter, we're at TechFlowTweets. But for now, mine has been Alex. This is a really cool gimbal, and we'll catch you in the next one. See that? Hey, look, it does just work, look. See it? Look. And then look, if you press this button down, like that, hold it in. Oh, okay, that was meant to happen.
This is Zhiyun-tech. Thanks for watching us. If you like it, please help us push it up. Any suggestion, please comment us below. For more brilliant Zhiyun videos, welcome to subscribe us.